everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, with a question, comment, thing. Asking you about experimental music versus accessible music, mainstream versus underground music, simple versus complex music. Listen, it's going to be really hard for me to completely explain this in very simple terms, but I think once you hear me out, you will totally get exactly what I'm trying to portray here or highlight. So, okay, you guys know that there are various kinds of music out there that are just not as popular as some other kinds of music. And I don't mean just genre. I mean, there are artists within certain genres that are not as popular as artists who are in that same genre. Like, let's take various artists in the abstract hip-hop camp, not really getting as much shine or as much popularity as artists who are in the pop rap camp. And let's say for your entire life you're a really huge pop rap listener, and then you get into this different underground version of hip-hop music, and for whatever reason you find it really appealing. Maybe you think the lyricism has more wordplay to it. Maybe you think the beats are more intricate or have a different character to them or something like that. Or maybe you're really into pop rock, and then all of a sudden one day you're really into progressive rock. There are tons of examples like this that I could throw out there that maybe some of you can relate to. I guess what my point is once you really click with this style of music that may be experimental, maybe it's really progressive, maybe there's some technical ability there, maybe the playing is really flashy or something, maybe the lyrics are really amazing, maybe the melodies are very unique, maybe there's some kind of strange eccentricity there that really attracts you to some of the artists in this genre, maybe there's some weird psychedelic effects that really make you attracted to whatever artists are in the genre that we're talking about. Once this thing clicks with you, does it then make it difficult to go back and listen to music that you think is more accessible, music that's more poppy? Because now you're not working with this extra edge. Let's say you're really into death metal and you listen to some of the bands that you perceive to be the most freaking brutal. Does it make it difficult to go back and maybe listen to, I don't know, some Nickelback or something? Appreciate a little bit of Creed. I personally would not call myself anti-pop or some kind of snob when it comes to music that is poppier. There certainly are artists that I do like that play pop music, and certainly a lot of the bands that I review on this channel do function off of a verse, chorus, verse format. But still, there are times when I listen to particular artists and I just feel like there's something missing. There's not that edge there. There's not that characteristic there. There's a lack of experimentation or adventure that I find to be so exciting and thrilling and moving as well when I come upon an artist like, let's say, Shabazz Palaces or Janelle Monáe. While it may feel like this question is coming completely out of the blue, I don't think I am unfounded in wondering these things, because certainly in the comments I have seen hatred or animosity against mainstream music, against pop music, and I know a lot of the people who watch my show are fans of various kinds of underground music, and I'm wondering if there's something about the music that you do listen to that makes it difficult for you to enjoy Lil Wayne or Lady Gaga or Taylor Swift or Macklemore or Katy Perry or Wiz Khalifa. Maybe this is just the process of people forming their own tastes and their own opinions or their own perceptions of what is good versus what is bad versus what is really real when it comes to this particular characteristic you look for in music. Like, let's say you're really into singer-songwriters, especially ones that have, you know, kind of a sad tone to their tunes, and you first come upon Elliott Smith and his material you find incredibly depressive, and you're like, wow, this guy's the deal. While I do see some animosity with people who like underground music toward mainstream music, surely there must be someone out there who thinks the Mountain Goats and Taylor Swift are both enjoyable, because there's a whole range of different tastes out there. Maybe there's someone out there who's really huge into Swans, but also pretty big on One Direction. Because while I do see this trend, I also have to kind of acknowledge that there are exceptions to the rule, and there are people who have all sorts of weird combinations of tastes. Just let me know. I'm curious. Do you think that listening to experimental music, underground music, different music makes it more difficult to listen to music that you perceive to be more common, maybe a little less specific, appealing to sentiments that are a little more plentiful, or working with some musical ideas that are a bit more tried and true? What do you think? I want to know. Anthony Fantano, questions forever.